The water's fine. They say the ocean's rising like I give a shit. I really do, and I think that's it. I think that you have been trained to believe you don't have to engage with things outside yourself other than in virtual reality games where you can create your own identities. It feels so cool to be able to pretend you are something other than you are, because we live in a land where that's so commonly done that we don't even think of it when we see it happening around us, and then we say, hey, what is that she said? Oh, wait, hey, let me turn the light on. Oh my God, I would say to you. Let me speak this so that it settles your nervous system instead of you saying, like, holy fuck, I don't know about this one. And she just said the F word, and she looks older than me, but she looks young too, and I don't know how old she might be, but hey, to you. I say I'm a 35-year-old woman. I don't have any children. I've never been married. I've lived in England for 3.5 years in a relationship with a man 18.5 years older than me, who had 2 children and an ex-wife that I inherited, and I learned how to recognize what's mine and when it's being projected onto me. Because I had to live into his life, because I didn't have room for emotional disruptions, because ultimately that would have disturbed us, right? So I had to work through all of that in my early 20s. And then when I had to come back from that and reinvent myself again, well, I had to do it while missing my lateral incisor that is congenitally missing, so it never grew in. And my ex and I had decided to get an implant right before I left. So I literally came back and I didn't have a tooth in the front of my mouth after what I call the 2-week bitch slap that was basically him and his kids visiting and all the bad behavior showing up amplified. And it was just like I came back with no tooth in the front of my mouth right there and basically saying, look, you either respect me or you don't get me. Like, you don't get to keep me if you're not going to be nice to me. I'm not staying if you're going to be mean. Because there was an adage over in England, treat 'em mean, keep 'em keen, which was a joke, but at the foundation of every joke is truth. So, my nickname over there was Easy Life also, and Moto, which ironically became the yoga studio that I came to when I came back to Canada and started to rebuild my self-esteem because I had lost so much of it when I left that relationship. And my identity as a faculty partner, right? I was a faculty girlfriend. And then suddenly now I was not. But I was then working for the program, selling the program that my ex was the faculty member for. So there was a conflict of interest, yet at the time I just needed to be able to make some money and heal myself so I could move on. So I didn't make a stink of it. And I knew our breakup was being observed. And I was okay with that because I knew I was doing quite well with it. And I kept it under wraps, and I didn't say anything, and I didn't ask for any money or alimony or anything like that because ultimately I felt like I had already received 3.5 years of benefit for being in the relationship as well as liability, but more benefit likely in truth for the duration of time we were together because he was 20 years near down the line beyond where I was, and I was so fresh to the playing field, especially as a coach, teacher, speaker, wanting to do it but having no clue how. And then he was one who had done it, had failed at it, was on the horse again, was, working for a big name and doing his own thing. And it's just like I got to be mentored by my ex as he built his business, and it grew to be quite successful in the time we were together, and I have seen, it seems, that it's even doing better beyond that, which I'm so glad for him for. Truly. Him and his new wife, both, I wish nice things for, and I apologize because I was quite unkind after I got locked up under the Mental Health Act, because part of his story was about how sectioning his mother had impacted his identity. And after I went through everything that I did, I was super glad I wasn't in a relationship with a man that thought it was okay to section a woman that was basically just trying to say, don't poison me, from my perspective, after having gone through what I did and then knowing her story from his perspective as well. So there were all of these things, and it didn't come out very well, though it wasn't wrong either. I could have done it with maybe more tact, and certainly we lack a relationship now, so it doesn't help either. But ultimately, that relationship stretched and grew me so much that I got to really experience the industry from a higher level, the good and the bad, and it was great, and it also really shook me up in some ways too, which I hate to talk about. So I don't hate to talk about it specifically. It's just like, omerta is a code of honor where you don't tell on your brethren. You don't get authorities involved. You deal with it yourself. You know? It's just like, I'm not going to make allegations against the man that made so much possible so early on in my life for me to be able to learn the things that I did, because he loved me and then lost me. And I lost myself in the process because ultimately I had to fit into someone else's life. And then experience the fact that I could have had it all. The life and all of that, at least. The seeming of it. But, you know, the relationship itself, you need respect as a foundation. At least in my perspective, from my perspective, respect is foundational. Without that, there's no way that I want to be under that either, you know? It's just like, I want to be respected by my man, and I want to have respect for my man. I want to be able to respect my man, and I'm grateful that I can. I'm so grateful. I'm so, so grateful. And it's just really hateful to hold yourself hostage to a past where you didn't believe you could have the things that you desired, that maybe now you're like, oh my God, wow, yay. Squeak. Just so excited, you know? It's just like our self-image is the magician in us. It's the reflection of it. Do you see? Do you see? Okay. I hope so. Because I want to breathe into this one so we can fully settle into the moment. I feel like I should hit an effect in this moment and then get it so that I am in character, an avatar, where I am able to have a sparkle and a glow and a few halos or glitters, sparkles all around me, because all of those things are fabulous and fun, at least from my perspective, and for others it would be an absolute nightmare. But basically, I feel like in order to make this announcement, I feel like I need all of these things just to kind of be like, I didn't try, but the filters can fix it. Don't worry about it. Just go ahead and do it. Oh, that is a very big problem if you think about it from like a physical intimacy perspective. If you're not ready to actually deal with the consequences of just doing it and then getting protection. Anyway, funny, but here we go. Okay, ready? Get settled in. Overflowing. Let me get this off. There we go. No more clear tags. Overflowing with thankfulness. I am overflowing with thankfulness because now it is time for us to trust ourselves at a level we have never dared to before, because we didn't see the self-image that we have an opportunity to individually and collectively create. Now is our chance. Now is our chance to change the letters of the mage into the magi. To see how the image that we have of ourselves is who I see myself to be as the mage, who then moves the eye of intention and intuition and imagination 10:10, my birthday, into the creation. When we actually come fully present and we say, hey, yeah, baby, I'm the Magi. I'm the Magi of my world, and the self-image unfurls. The image is the one that I see of me that the Magi in me creates by design or default. I get to choose how I'll use the creative resources available to me. Those are my team players, my time, energy, effort, attention, and my money, my team are how I get to employ my energetic resources into this life, so I get to be able to do what I choose to do with my team. And where I don't make an investment, how do I expect to get a return on an investment never made? Can you claim your name to fame in that department where you made some claims without actually filling the bank account, which is the way that we energetically interact with one another? Do you see that we are able to interact, or intra-act, which is where we are able to tune into the akashic field, the field of consciousness where all choices are available? Can't you see? Can't you see the internet is how we interconnect, interact, and see each other? And in fact, sometimes gotta drop our knee in order to be knighted so we can fit in the box of the contracted state the corpse would have us fit into. And the government is no different, especially because Article 61 of the 1215 Magna Carta was evoked March 23rd of 2001. So Parliament was not actually ever brought back in. Parliament was never brought back in legally or lawfully. Can you see or say nay to that claim? For I am a woman claiming that Article 61 of the 1215 Magna Carta was evoked and never addressed or remedied, which means even that the media may not cover it. It still needs to be remedied, and we need to know what the outcome is and if we are able to participate, because we claim to be able to lawfully self-govern and to claim rights to the Commonwealth Trust. It's true, we have one as natives of these lands. That's why the government has our trust and are able to tap it. Do you see how we have had our trust tapped, and we can create trust too? They're fictitious entities that will change our name and take it so it pretended to be me, when the truth is that is not what it was. And it is time, my friend, to end the acts. Did I say ACTS or AXE? Will you be axed out of the act, or will you choose to take up the pen and write a script that you can play with pleasure? With a smile on your face you can say, hey, yes, I chose this and I'm loving it. The play I get to play in is so fun. Oh my, oh me, oh my, it's true, I love you. I send you love even if you have not been kind to me, because the truth is you could not be kind to me if I wasn't to you. Or if you aren't kind to you, how could I expect you to be kind to me or anyone else? It's true, you need love. I send it to you. Ooh, 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 ah, 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 ah. I hope this meant something for you. It's been 17 minutes, so leave a comment down below to let me know, and leave a like to end. Share this with a friend that you think can benefit, maybe, or who might know somebody who could. Send it to them. We're all connected through the web of light that we are in formation. Don't be shunned anymore. Come, welcome, is what the corpse would say. But instead I say, come and play with peaceful inner warriors united. Telegram and Facebook, we've got groups on both. Just type it in with a double L. Double hockey sticks, they'd say, which represent let go of your attachments to the not now. Love what arises, yes, much different than HELLO. The double hockey sticks in where you go if you need to create flicks of sparks with wood to start the fire, which I hope to help you ignite in your heart. Let's start being ourselves fully, my friend. Till the end, Lorde, namaste, namako for today. Hey, 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 hey.